Chef Adam Vickerman, Cafe Levant here in South Minneapolis. You know, cooking at home and, you know, even cocktailing at home is just one of those great life skills that you can, you know, teach a man to fish, and it's that same philosophy, you know. It's really important to you know your way around your own kitchen and figure things out. Just a lot of simple things, simple good ingredients, and just a little bit of know-how. It goes a long way, and it goes a long way in impressing people, you know. That's what we're here for, to show you how easy it can be. Take all the pretense out of it.
Hi, I'm Ben Quamm from Kieran's and also a member of the North Star Bar Guild. The cocktail culture and cocktails in general are sort of woven into the fabric of America. It's really easy to say there's three things that are undoubtedly American. You have baseball, you have jazz, and you have cocktails. Your cocktail, whatever you choose to imbibe, is much like food. You're putting it in your system, so you want to use the best ingredients. You want to use the freshest ingredients. It's something that is inherently involved in a lot of major things throughout our history, and it's something that needs to be celebrated.
So yeah, you know, in the heart of February, it's still possible to, you know, eat locally, you know, especially with the prevalence of locally sourced proteins. This time of year is amazing to get some things like that, you know, like our fresh chicken that we're going to be doing tonight. You know, we got some cornmeal and some preserved vegetables, and starches are obviously another thing that people, you know, you'll be able to find at your local co-ops, your local grocery stores, and you know, it's not easy enough to like just walk into the place, but you look around, you research, you'll be able to find things for a beautiful meal.
Well, and I think that's where you've seen the ship sort of start to turn, is that you know, 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was all about the fast food culture. Whatever was convenient was what went on your plate. And now, thanks to a lot more interest in eating locally and working with local farms, it's become more convenient to actually eat locally. So there's a great butcher shop in South Minneapolis called Clancy's. It's really pushing the focus on that. So why don't you say we go check out Clancy's?
Definitely, we should.
Say that Clancy's, we are in full support of our local economy. We work, you know, 99% as much as we can with local farmers. We buy our animals whole, which means that we bring them in here in extra large pieces, and we do all the butchering on site, which means we're really using head to toe in every piece. I think local food is important because it supports your local economy, your local farmers, the use of your local land. It just, you know where your food's coming from, what's in it when you're eating it, whose hands are touching it, what they're using to grow it, and you know that people are getting a fair wage, and all that stuff too is really important. So I think it's just really important to support that kind of stuff. Hi, Anthony.
Today we're going to be doing some roast chicken with Riverbend Farms polenta, a little dried fruit and smoked chili compote, brown butter, lemon. Yeah, so all we're doing with the chicken here is just really simple kosher salt and black pepper, you know. There's beautiful chicken, you don't need to do much to it. It's really quite simple. One of the most integral things about cooking is not being afraid of, you know, fire. Skin side down, start it off. Nice little sizzle, that's what you're looking for. Just let that pan go, it's, you know, really nice and hot. Probably about 3-4 minutes outside before we throw it in the oven. Give me a nice dollop of softened butter, or two. Butter's delightful. Some chopped up sprigs of thyme is all we need. Swirl that around a little bit, and then we're just going to throw it in. You know, commercial oven, we got 400 degrees. Home oven, you're probably going to want to blast it as hard as you can. So we're just going to put together this really simple, you know, dried fruit compote. You know, we just got about a quarter cup, half a cup of dried fruit mix. I got raisins, golden raisins, cranberries, currants. We got some smoked cherry bomb from Riverbend Farms. I hydrated it in some boiling water for a bit. Just julienne that up, and, you know, just a little dice. especially if it's spicy. You know, you don't want to be overpowered with the spice of all that, so just a little bit. We just have some nice port wine here. About a cup to, it's like 2 to 1. And all we're going to do is cook that down into almost like a syrup glaze with the dried fruit. So our polenta's been going for a while. It's ready to go. You know, just like I said, cooked to the package instructions. They use a 6 to 1 ratio for a soft polenta. It's 6 parts liquid to 1 part polenta. Since ours is ready to go, we're going to throw in the cheese and butter and loveliness. For about a half a cup of polenta, about a cup of really nice, you know, aged cheddar is what I like to use a lot. I just smell how beautiful it smells with that thyme in there right now. You can kind of tell it's about ready to flip when you can see there's still some opaque rawness to that bottom side of that chicken breast. But I just know once I flip it, it's going to be a beautiful golden brown on the other side. Beautiful, really nice crispy skin so far. About halfway through the cooking process at this point. Really want to get fancy, you can take some of that beautiful brown butter. So this is going to be the beautiness of the sauce, is that beautiful brown butter. Caramelized bits. Right over that chicken. And literally, that's all you got to do. Baste it a couple times, throw it back in the oven. Heat do the rest of the work. All we've done is taken some lacinato kale, something you'll probably be able to find year round. All we're going to do is just throw it on. We're just throwing it on dry, just so it doesn't create any, you know, flare-ups or chars that we don't want. We'll get a little bit of nice char to it. And really here at Levant, all we do with our greens like this is, once they come off, just a really nice coating of beautiful olive oil, some lemon, salt, pepper, and some chili flake, and that's really all there is to it. Another good one is to take a chicken out before it's just before it's cooked. You know, there's a little bit of give left, but you know, it's obviously still cooking. It's still really, really hot inside, and it's still, you know, the proteins are rubbing together. It's still cooking. So you take it out a little bit earlier. You know, just let it sit, and it'll carry the rest of the way, and it'll cook. So we got our brown butter. You know, it's got a little bit of salt in that pan from the chicken. Maybe a little bit more. And then just hit it with some lemon juice. You got that beautiful brown butter, lemon. You got that thyme in there. You got the bits from the chicken. And we got our nicely glazed dried fruit, smoked chili. Add your fruit. And that's it. You got your pan sauce. You're all ready. Classic way to do it is throw everything in a bowl. It's a good way to do it. You know, you take your polenta, your starch, whatever you're doing, throw it on the bottom. Take your nice, beautiful charred kale. Just a little bit, maybe even off-centered a bit. Who knows? The world in your kitchen is your oyster, you know? Get it into your bowl, though, so the juices do. If you don't rest it long enough, they will rush out. You know, nice, simple brown butter. Simple flavors. This is where your chili is at. This is where your dried fruit's at. Just beautiful, simple food. Voila.
First, we're going to build it. The portioned out Kentucky bourbon. Then we have the 2 ounces of fresh squeezed tangerine juice. And then it's about a half an ounce or a quarter of a squeezed lemon. Just going to give that a couple stirs. Don't want to water it down too much or put too many ice chips in there. All right. If you don't have a full bar set up at home, that's just fine. All you need is a little tin and a pint glass. And you can very easily strain out any cocktail. And then we're just going to do a little bit of a sink of the pomegranate juice. There you go. And there you have a variation on the Kentucky Sidecar. Now we have an alcoholic drink to go with our meal, but we also should make a non-alcoholic drink. Definitely delicious and just as fun. You can use any kind of fresh ingredients. So what we're going to have is start with a little bit of fresh mint, and then we're going to take some of our tangerine juice. Do a little squeeze of lemon. Just a little bit of juice in there. Sparkling water. Give it a nice little stir, let the mint leaves move around. It's not going to be a mint-forward drink. You just want to have that added layer of herbs on the back end. I'm just going to add a little bit of that pomegranate in there. And then you have a beautiful cooler. It'll pair great with the meal.
I'd like to thank Chef Vickerman and Ben Quamm for all their help today, and thank you guys for joining in. Until next time, cheers.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.